Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our fifth bout on the card. It is set for three 3-minute rounds of flyweight mixed martial arts. Introducing first, fighting out of the short line Buick and GMC red corner, please welcome Oscar Herrera.
Jeff and I talked about this prior to in the pre-fight card, and this is a return to action, and it's been a while for Oscar Herrera.
Glad to have him back in the cage. Always an exciting young man. You talked about the lighter weights on the card. This 125-pound fight. These guys so fast, so technical, so well conditioned. It's always a pleasure to watch them compete.
You know, when you take a look at it, JR, and you see what the card is, the fighters that are coming up, yeah, they're focused on what they're doing, but they hear this crowd. It's a small venue, and it has been nonstop, wall-to-wall action. Even the heavyweight fight, we had some lulls, but it ended with a knockout.
Yep.
125 pounds, the flyweight division. It will be Oscar Herrera getting back into the cage after about a 2-year layoff. Jeff Cisneros and I talked about him in the pre-fight. Glad to be back into the action now. He's got a packed house tonight to show his wares.
We thank all the fans for coming out here in Wyoming and making the drive from Denver, Colorado Springs, Fort Collins, Loveland, joining us here at the fights. They always pack the venue, and it's a really fun place to be.
You know, I noticed coming up today, too, is, you know, you can tell COVID's getting over because you know what's back? Traffic. It was kind of nice there for a little while. You could motor around Denver. Not anymore. It's coming, but I'd rather have the alternative.
This is true.
All right, you don't want to blink in this one. This is going to be high, fast-paced action.
Boing.
And his opponent, fighting out of the Fowler Chevrolet blue corner, please welcome Andrew Johnson.
AJ, Andrew Johnson. You know, I guess I was a senior in high school last time I was 125 pounds. What were you, like a 4th grader?
That was my birth weight.
We talked about the lower fight classifications and that we would see that on this night. And don't think there's not power here, because there is. It's quickness and power. Saw great action in the last fight, a lot of punches thrown. You're going to see some great technical action here with some experienced fighters, at least from the standpoint of Oscar Herrera. This is the 5th out of 11 fights on the card.
Andrew Johnson, hugs from the corner man, get a little Vaseline, make sure that cut down the chances of having a cut.
Get something to slide off, perhaps. Got to wait how much goop you got. See if that tail of the tape comes up here, and there it is. Both fighters 24. Herrera's a little bit taller of the fighter. 7-7 against 6-6. Boy, there's a lot of numbers that are even on this card.
A lot of even records, well-rounded versus Kung Fu.
And here's that Colorado, you know, the kind of that California mix. Andrew Johnson from San Francisco, Oscar Herrera from Zacatecas, Mexico. Got the Mexican flag with him, so some international action.
I like it.
Fight crowd here has barely had time to order their drinks because they haven't wanted to miss any action. Big Mo in the ring making sure that they're getting and keeping those glasses full. Short line Buick GMC, 1301 South Havana Street in Aurora. You can visit them at shortlinebuickgmc.com. They are sponsor for this fight.
Our thanks to them as always.
Ladies and gentlemen, this flyweight MMA bout is brought to you by Shortline Buick and GMC. Let's meet our fighters. First, fighting out of the Shortline Buick and GMC red corner, from Zacatecas, Mexico, representing Factory X, Oscar Moisty Herrera. And his opponent, fighting out of the Fowler Chevrolet blue corner, from San Francisco, California, representing Dragon House MMA, the Monkey King, Andrew Johnson.
That is a lot of R's in Herrera's name there, Big Mo.
Out of the blue, let's touch him up and bang.
Referee Eric Hines, third in the cage. Nobody has any questions, so away we go with flyweight MMA action.
If you're going to roll the R's, get your money's worth. Herrera. All right, here we go. Touch him up.
Johnson in the black, Herrera in the white, and away we go.
The rest of this card will be MMA action. Nice strong leg kick followed by the front kick and a big overhand right coming by way of Andrew Johnson.
Herrera, nice job on the shot there. Dropped one hand down to loop leg, another hand up on the body to disrupt the balance. High-level stuff being shown out of Herrera early on.
Trying to suck up that for that single leg. Don't know if he's going to get it. Great job of doing a defense by Andrew Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson, nice job with the underhook, just holding position. Has his head and chest exactly where he wants it, has the feet splayed, and doing a good job of basically just riding out the position momentarily.
Yeah, getting some of those inside leg kicks as well. And the question is, how long do you hold on to this if you're Oscar Herrera?
Taking up a lot of energy, but Johnson having to work hard now here too, trying to get the turn on Mr. Johnson.
Herrera really wants to get that takedown, and not letting go of it.
He does if Herrera's
got that trip.
Good job with the trip by Herrera.
He's stuck with the JR, and sometimes you see that pay off, sometimes you don't. In this case, it did.
So we're going to see what Johnson's able to offer up off of his back. Johnson right here in his corner, able to communicate with his corner man. Always invaluable to have a couple extra sets of eyes on the fight.
Right now, not taking much damage, able to tie up Herrera, so he's unable to Herrera's unable to fire because he's kept that close contact there. Had a little bit of a window right there.
Rolling for the armbar is Johnson. Herrera wise to it, keeping the elbows down, but Johnson getting the hips pivoted nicely. Herrera pulls the arm out, and then dives back in.
Yeah, I thought he may let him up right there, but he got right back in there. Had to be careful of that up kick. Nothing came.
Now looking for the Kimura, basically going to try to use that as a sweep is Johnson. Johnson doing a good job off of his back, hasn't taken any damage, threatening with submissions, making Herrera have to adjust. Herrera, good job on top,
stepping
controlling
over
position, not letting his opponent escape.
Yeah, he stepped over that leg right there. That gave him a little bit more momentum, but now clasping those hands underneath and doing a great job staying in control. But as you said, Johnson's not taking a lot of damage. A little kidney shot there.
Yeah, Johnson staying committed to that Kimura. Basically, that keeps Herrera honest. Herrera gonna have some of his offensive options shut down because Johnson has that Kimura wrapped up.
And you know that Kimura, you get the right hold on that, the right temperature and the right grip that can end it quickly.
Herrera trying to extricate his arm. Becomes a little bit of a battle of angles here, and now able to slide it out, going to work with a couple punches as they come up to their feet, and we're gonna get treated to a round number 2. So good job getting it to the ground by Herrera, but unable to affect a whole lot as far as striking. Johnson tried with the submissions, but Herrera wise to everything he threw up.
And I think you said it early in this match, you're seeing some high-level stuff here, guys that really know what they're doing, how to implement what they're going to do in their game plan, and you see that collide, and you see the skill on both levels.
I will say I'm in 100% agreement. Very evenly matched.
Yeah, I tell you, Herrera really went for it. He stayed with that take. It took about a full minute, minute 15, but it paid off. The question is, where's that gas tank going to be in that third round?
Well, it paid off, and the thing about that is it allowed him to control the rest of the round. There wasn't a whole lot that happened in that round other than control, so staying committed to that takedown, getting it may have been just exactly what won him the round, if the judges see it the way I did.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right. That's a 10-9 round, or however you cut it, if they see it the same way we did. So staying committed paid off. Tell my wife that.
Cage doors locked. Round 2 action.
Both these fighters extremely high skilled. Johnson fakes coming in. He comes in with the overhand right. Herrera dances to the left.
Herrera switching the kicks. Head kick to body kick and a beautiful uppercut by Johnson.
And again, you see the switching of the levels by Herrera as he goes downstairs, but trying to get that.
Trying to lock up the guillotine.
Yeah, couldn't. He had it for a minute. Johnson had it for a minute, JR, but these guys so fast, so slick. You got sweat going in there now. Hard to keep a hold of that.
Yes, it is.
evenly matched as far as strength is concerned here.
Good job circling to the back, trying to set up the figure four on the body.
Yeah, he's got the figure
That'll
four
allow
on
him
it.
really good control without having to expend a ton of energy.
Really snuck into that and did it very quickly. Now he's trying to get that arm underneath.
He's got a really solid face crank that's exceptionally painful. It's
And
not
got
a choke, but it's lifting the head up, and he may get that elbow underneath.
Got that figure four locked in. Boy, Johnson's fighting away. Look at the skill level of both these guys. Incredible.
Really bad position for Johnson here, but this is something that you train in the gym. You put yourself in these positions, you work your way out of them, you spend a lot of time here so that you can remain calm and know what it is that you need to do. And Johnson doing a lot of good things now, working the 2-on-1 wrist control, keeping the chin down. He's going to try to turn to his right-hand side, see if he can get Herrera's feet on the floor on the side of that lock, and there he goes.
Yeah, and Herrera's trying to sit there and get that sunken in, but he turned right back into him, which he needed to do, and gets the reversal right here. Johnson doing a great job because he was in big trouble up against the cage as well as down on the ground.
That was a great reversal by Johnson. Very nicely done, and now he's staying busy with the strikes. That's something Herrera didn't do, was keep his hands moving when he was on top. And Johnson able to do exactly that.
He's got a full minute to do so as well, and start there and starts pounding away at the kidneys. And the first part of the round, he was definitely in trouble, but now he paid off. He was calm, he was cool, getting that reversal, and now scoring.
Yeah, that was not easy to get out of that position because Herrera was doing a lot of the right things. So kudos to Johnson and making the most of it.
And again, for Herrera being out of action for 2 years, getting back in here into the action, had that opportunity. How sharp was he to get there? What could he have done differently? All questions going through his mind.
And a figure four off the bottom by Herrera now. What that tells me is he's just trying to lock up position. He's not trying for an escape. He's not trying for a submission. Now he has a foot on the hip, but once you're doing that figure four, and throwing it up quickly is Herrera. But Johnson doing really good work.
Yeah, Johnson swam through that move, up try to get a shot in up top. Now the seconds ticking out in this second round of high-flying action, highly skilled by both fighters, able to get that figure four in and then get out of it. Wow. And neither one of them breathing heavy.
Yeah, Johnson with that beautiful reversal. Boy, that was really a turning point in that round.
What a great matchup of two very evenly matched fighters. Close fight, and a tough one to score. I could see it 2 rounds to none for Herrera. I could see it a round apiece.
I think Johnson pretty handily won that second round. Once he got the reversal, he was fairly nonstop with his hands. Nothing I'd say in the way of damaging strikes, but he just stayed busy, and the judges got to go by something.
Yeah, Herrera had that opening takedown, was able to get the back, but he, again, didn't do enough with it.
All right, third round, here we go. And
boy, that's a quick blow, isn't it? Doesn't that seem like quick seconds?
Herrera pointing to something on his wrist, and the referee cleaning up a little bit of water spill in the corner over there.
That's an extra 5 seconds, JR, is what
We'll
that
take
is.
Which, with the conditioning of these guys, I don't think either one of them needs it.
No, I think they could go 10. Still got something going on with his foot. Is he not happy with?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening over here.
Must have been a lot of spilling going on there.
Guess so. All right, away we go. Round 3 action.
Both a lot of respect for both of these fighters.
Some sportsmanship, and then they'll punch each other in the face. I love it. I shall render you unconscious. Oh, and a big right hand.
And what does Herrera do? He takes the opportunity to switch levels and go down and try to get the takedown. He's got both legs. He sucks them up and gets it done.
That was the best shoot of the night for Herrera. He got in deep on that double leg and able to use it to positive effect. Johnson going to try to start sneaking his legs out. Right now he's trying to keep Herrera from advancing by way of doing that underhook, and nice job by Johnson working his way back to his feet. Good job with the cage walk.
Yeah, and both fighters know how close this fight is, JR, by how they're going about it. You see the takedown. Johnson wasted little time getting back up.
And Herrera tries for the takedown, and Johnson able to scurry around and end up with top position.
Yeah, and that was a mistake that really was forced by Johnson by staying with that.
We saw Herrera with an active guard at the end of the round. He went from sort of a stalemate position with his guard closed to throwing up submission attempts very, very quickly. So Johnson going to have to be cautious of that because Herrera knows what he's doing off of his back.
Johnson is scoring some off and trying to pressure up top, which we have not seen Herrera do as much.
Exactly. Herrera trying to set up the triangle now, see if he can bring that right leg through. Beautiful job by Johnson.
Johnson peels it off.
Yep.
But the figure four can do so many things at so many different places and with a guy that knows how to use it.
Nice defensive work by Johnson, keeping himself safe. A lot of times in jiu-jitsu, they say it's just a matter of a couple of degrees, and Johnson able to keep those degrees in his favor. But one more time, Herrera trying to go over for the triangle, and
yep,
he does
and there
it.
He does. He's got it. That triangle is tough.
That is beautiful work by Herrera.
Wow.
And Johnson battling back, trying to disrupt his base, and escapes
slipped out of there.
Or does Johnson. Wow.
How great he got into that triangle, and for Johnson to fight out of that, I thought he was getting ready to tap.
I did too. What a great transition by both these guys. Exceptional work in the scrambles.
Back and forth fight for sure for these guys. And again, you see Johnson scoring with these shots. They're not big damaging shots, but he's doing something while he's on top.
He stays busy, and the referee's not going to think about standing him up. Looking to set up a head and arm choke momentarily was Johnson. Herrera moves his arm out of position for that. Johnson trying to advance position, and maybe a chance at a TP choke here for Herrera.
Herrera's
now
got the arm as well.
The arm bar. 10-second clacker sounded. See if Johnson can pressure down. Couple of hard hammer
strikes.
fists by Johnson. Bell ends the fight. Wow, what a great round.
You know, when you look at this fight and how it ebbed and flowed, and I don't say this often, I would not be surprised to see this fight called a draw.
That was some excitement. Wow. Great work by both guys. And by both guys in all facets of the fight. Both guys striking, both guys takedown to defense was on point. Their scrambles were just amazing.
The ability to get out of trouble once you were in trouble, not panicking. I mean, really some clinical and classical ways to get out of, say, the figure four, to get out of the reversals that you saw in this fight. Very close fight here, JR.
That was fun to watch.
Wow.
Scorekeeper's gathered up the scorecards. Now he's got to work his math. 2 columns of numbers. Make it happen, sir.
Boy, for a fight that went the distance, that had just about everything.
Yeah,
really
sure
good
did.
stuff.
And right up to the very end, too, with Johnson fighting off the armbar, getting some couple of last-minute strikes in there as Herrera was threatening from the bottom. And Big Mo has the official scorecard making his way to the cage. So, was Herrera's return to the cage in his favor? We're about to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 full rounds, we go to your judges' scorecard for the official decision. All 3 judges scored about 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Oscar Moisty Herrera.
So a couple years off for Herrera, and then a successful return
Ladies
to
and
the
gentlemen,
cage.
I'm joined here in the ring by our winner, Mr. Herrera. First and foremost, Oscar, congratulations on the win. A lot of ground game in that fight. Were you planning on taking it to the ground as much as you did?
I'm more of a striker, but lately I've been getting really good with my grappling, so maybe I just got, I was just going to it, you know? So I worked it a lot more this camp, so it worked out this fight.
Now, coming from Factory X, I know you have a great team around you, great coaches. You obviously have a lot of fans here tonight and probably tuning in and watching. Anything you want to say to them tonight?
Just keep going, man. When I came to this team, I was ready to give up my fight career, and they turned it around for me, you know? Now I'm becoming a dangerous guy around all these guys. Like Brandon, you know, he's top ranked in the UFC. I got a bunch of great training partners, so I'm getting real good in that room.
What's next?
I'm tired of you know, I love you guys and everything, but I'm tired of getting punched for free, so I want to move up.
A little pro debut action. I like the sound of that. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your winner, Oscar Moisty Herrera.
So Mr. Herrera wanted to get paid to get punched in the face. Can't blame him for that.
Can you? I mean, you know, you only want to get punched so many times for free.
True
Might as well
enough.
get a little bit of cabbage with that.
True enough.